Hey everyone, what's up? It's your year from GG Gaming. I know that kind of sounds weird, but you know what? We're gonna have to get used to it, because that's the new channel name. So yeah, I just wanna say hi. We're gonna be starting the new Redstone series here. I'm gonna be showing you guys the basics to Minecraft. And no, when I say basics, I do not mean this kind of basics. This is not gonna be this kind of tutorial. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you could do a lever and then do a button, and I said it backwards, and then go over pressure plates, and then just and then you up there you could do this too. No, that's not. I'm not gonna be doing that. That's just stupid. I'm gonna be showing you guys the zeros and ones to advanced Minecraft redstoning. That was a whole mouthful of words that I don't think I could have handled. Let me get a drink. Okay, now I got a drink, I'm ready to go. So, what I mean by basics or zeros and ones to Minecraft redstoning, I'm going to be showing you three things. Memory units, condition branches, and inverters. So, let me go ahead and show you what I mean. So, a condition branch is this. Basically, this poop there, and that poop there, and this poop there, and this poop there. A torch powers off a torch. Basically, the theory behind it is some random guy came up with the idea of turning off a torch with a torch. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? The signal goes into the block, which powers the blocks, which in theory turns the lever off because it's being powered off. Whoever thought of this, I don't even know who it was, they must have had a huge breakthrough and become instantly famous for the basics of redstone, because this is what you need, basically. And so you can add more and more conditions. These are called conditions. This is a condition. And I've set one up over here already. This is basically the advanced version of that. So basically, as long as both of these are powered, it's going to keep this off, which keeps, in theory, the door closed. So, say you have a switch, you have two switches somewhere that you have to pull down, and they're both in different rooms. Here's one switch. You've pulled it down, but the power is still keeping this torch off because you only need to have one of these on. So in order for that door to open, you have to pull both of them down, which is, in theory, why I call it a condition branch, because two conditions must be met before your outcome can happen, which is, in our case, the door opening. So let's go into you guys to the third stage of it. Basically, you can add more and more conditions to it. So here's the door that we want to open. We find two levers back here. We pull them. It powers both of these off, but the signal's still keeping this off because there's still two more conditions that need to be met. We can either stand on this wood pressure plate, or we can throw an item onto it in order to keep this lever off. Or not lever, but the torch. Now we have another lever that I just, you'd put redstone to it to show you guys that you can send, signals to it, I guess. Now the door's open because the four requirements have been met. Now this is a fairly basic understanding of it. Now this is pretty important to know, honestly, if you ask me, because I use this kind of stuff for a lot of my redstoning. Not recently though, but I've been using a lot more machinery. So now that I show you guys, that's basically the condition branch. We're going to move on to the double condition branch. So what I have here is I have two condition branches here. They're already active, so I'll reset them. So there we go. So what we have here is we have two condition branches that come together at one conditional. I guess that's what I'm going to call it, conditional, unless you guys can come up with a cooler name, because I don't know what to call it. So what we need to do is we can turn off condition branch 1, daytime first. Basically, if condition branch 1 is met, it turns it off, but it's still being powered off, this lever, or this, why do I keep saying lever? Torch, I mean. This torch is still being powered off by this condition branch, which is condition branch number 2. So if condition branch number 2 is met, it'll open the door. Hooray! So basically, I mean, as long as, if one of these gets repowered, it turns the door to be shut. So you need to meet every condition. And I mean, basically this is just a 6-bit condition branch, but it's just split into two condition branches, because it gives you a lot more flexibility with your machines, and you'll understand why in the future if we ever end up using this. So, with that said, that's pretty much condition branching. From simple condition branching to a little more advanced condition branching. I'm going to show you guys now memory units. Memory units are a pretty important machine in Minecraft. So I'm just going to go and show you guys an example. So I have a door here. I want the door to open. I can click a button, which it's already, god dang it, which has already been reset, so I need to slap that button. Oh, it's backwards, that's why. Okay, alright, I gotcha. Alright, so let's pretend that this is the inside of the house, and you don't see any in this redstone, but you see the button. You can click the button, and then the door opens. You can go outside. You're free. You can do what you want. Now, when you go outside, pretend this is the outside world, you can close your door by clicking this button. Pretty simple stuff. But, I mean, it's kind of flawed because you can't open it to go back in. But either way, that's just the basics idea behind it. I could easily set it up to where the door can be open, but that would take a little more redstoning, and I don't want to do that for the tutorial. So you get the idea of it. You can open the door with a button, and the button basically acts as a lever with this memory unit system. Let me show you guys how to make a memory unit. So a memory unit is constructed by going like this. 1, 1, 1. A diagonal of 3 blocks, delete the center block, and put a torch there, a torch here. Have this torch power this torch off. Either one works, it doesn't matter. This one off, that one. And then you can just have a button right there, or you can have a button right over here. Pretty simple stuff. So basically what we have here is you have the incoming signal, which basically when you push this button, it's going to power this block off, which is going to turn this redstone torch off, which is going to turn this one on because there's nothing turning it off, which will turn this one off when it tries to turn back on. I'll show you guys. Ready? Boop. See? Just what I said would happen. Now, of course, you can reset this by clicking this button. It'll set it back to normal because it does exactly what I just explained to that one, but to this one. I mean, basically, you're going to use this for a lot, and in the next episode we're going to go over combination lock, which you can see that nice glaring machine thingy over there. That's kind of what that is. I'm going to show you guys how to make that. So, that's basically the basics. Memory units, you're going to need to know how to make them. You just need to know how to make that kind of stuff. The next thing I need to show you guys is inverters. So let's say you push this button, and you want this to send out, I don't know, for some reason you want it to send out an inverted signal to turn off. So there you go. So it just turns it off, so you put a second inverter, which means that if that's off, it'll open this door. Put the door in there, and then just do that. Which will open that door. I mean, you don't really need to use it for this. It's kind of a bad example, because this is kind of rather useless, because when you click this, it just... Or when you click this, it still would be... I guess... Yeah, I mean, close. I mean, I guess it's still a good example. I guess it's an inverter. I mean, pretty simple. Inverter has 2 steps to it, which is over here. It has a powered state and then an unpowered state. So you can convert a unpowered signal to a powered signal, or vice versa. You can convert a powered signal to a unpowered signal. I mean, it's just kind of simple knowledge, kind of still the same thing. I already taught you it, but you need to know the basics to that, because we're kind of going to be using it later on, especially with that machine. In that machine, when the next video I want to show you guys how to make a 6-bit combination lock, you'll use all 3 parts in this tutorial I showed you. So it's kind of important that you understand and know every part. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As usual, please rate and subscribe, and if you guys have anything at all that you need help with, please leave a comment, and I will make sure to leave a comment and try to get back to you, or until the tutorial gets too old and I don't feel like replying anymore, because that's usually what happens. Okay, yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys around.